Merry Christmas, my fellow Gomanians. I'm Fred Bordallo, the Chief of Police. Governor Calvo started a campaign to raise awareness about child abuse, family violence, and elderly abuse. As the holidays started, the governor called me and asked whether the police department should be concerned about a rise in violence during the holidays. I've been a police officer for 25 years, so I was able to tell him firsthand that it is true that violence increases during the holidays. The governor in his address spoke directly to victims of violence and the abusers. He offered them information on what they can do if they want to get confidential help. He also spoke to everyone who is a witness to violence and asked them to come forward and call the police. I want you to know, I want you to have my personal assurances that if you're a victim of violence who speaks up, my police officers will be there for you. If you're a witness to the violence, my police officers will listen to you and do the right thing. I want to speak first to the victims who may be listening. I know that speaking up is the hardest thing you could ever do. In my encounters with victims, they tell me that it's not as easy as the rest of us may judge it to be. If you call the police about someone you love who is abusing you, there is a great possibility you will never see your loved one again. He'll go to jail. She'll never forgive you. You feel guilty. You have to consider who will provide for you. Who will drop you to work and school and pick you up? Who will love you? I can tell you from experience, my fellow Gomanians, if you speak up, your life will go on even if you're inconvenienced for a little bit while you get back on your feet. But if you don't speak up, I assure you, the violence will only get worse and your life will always be at risk. The person who is abusing you, even if it's your husband, parent, or child, is not loving you. Your abuser is hurting you. They won't stop. The abuse won't end. You have to speak up. Please, for your life and the lives of your children, get out of the house and call 911. If you're still trying to decide whether you could call the police, at least talk to someone. Take pictures of your bruises. Write down what's happened to you. When you call the police, I assure you, my police officers are professional. They know who the victim is and who the abuser is. I know there are rumors that if you call the police for family violence, that the police will arrest both the victim and the abuser. If you are clearly the victim, we will not arrest you. We will take care of you. We will do everything we can to keep you safe and comfortable. And if you're a child who is worried that your parents going to jail will hurt them, please stop and think about this for a moment. You've hurt no one. You're the one being hurt. Your parents need help before they hurt you or themselves. There are relatives who love you and will take care of you. And if you don't have relatives who will take you in, you won't be on the streets either. There are people, total strangers, who have big hearts and will care for you. First Lady Christine Calvo's major focus is on foster care. She is working with many people to make sure people like you have a loving home to go to. You be cared for, you have good food and a nice roof over your head. Living with a new family who will love you is much better than enduring even one more day with a parent who will hurt you. Finally, I want to speak to the rest of us, the unwilling witnesses to abuse. Silence is not an option. Don't think it's none of your business. Don't think that abuse will stop. The only reason the yelling and the thumps in the other house stopped is because the abuser got what he wanted. It will happen again. Please don't wait for violence to get worse before you call the police. Call us. The abuse might be angry, but he'll be in the place where he can't hurt you, his wife, his children, or his parents anymore. We'll make sure of that. If you see or hear violence, or if you're the victim, you can turn somewhere for help. And there will be caring people there who will embrace you and keep you safe. Call 911 will not save your life, will treat you better than you've been treated by the people who are supposed to love you. God bless you and have a safe, enjoyable holiday season.